Ever stared at your QuickBooks and felt a sense of unease? Like something just isn't quite right? Maybe you've got that nagging feeling that some numbers look a little doubled? You're not alone. Duplicate transactions in QuickBooks are a surprisingly common headache for business owners and bookkeepers alike. They can inflate your expenses, skew your income, and ultimately paint a misleading picture of your financial health. Think about it. Imagine accidentally recording the same vendor bill twice. Suddenly, your expenses for the month are artificially higher, making it seem like your profitability has taken a hit. Or perhaps you've entered a customer payment twice, leading to confusion about outstanding invoices and potentially even causing you to chase a payment that's already been made. These seemingly small errors can snowball, making it harder to make informed business decisions and potentially leading to inaccuracies when tax season rolls around. So, the big question is, how do you, as a diligent business owner or meticulous bookkeeper, tackle this pesky problem of duplicate transactions in QuickBooks? How do you identify them before they wreak havoc on your financial records? And more importantly, how do you clean them up efficiently and accurately? That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to equip you with the knowledge and practical steps to not only spot those sneaky duplicates but also to resolve them with confidence, ensuring your QuickBooks data remains clean, reliable, and a true reflection of your business's financial story. Let's start by understanding why these duplicates creep into our QuickBooks in the first place. There are several common culprits. One frequent offender is manual data entry. When you're manually inputting a high volume of transactions, especially under time pressure, it's easy to accidentally enter the same invoice, payment, or expense twice. Human error, while unavoidable at times, is a significant contributor. Another common cause arises from bank feeds. While bank feeds are incredibly convenient for streamlining your reconciliation process, they can sometimes import the same transaction more than once. This can happen due to temporary glitches in the connection or if you haven't properly matched or excluded transactions during the review process. Software integrations can also be a source of duplicates. If you're using third-party apps that sync data with QuickBooks, occasional errors in the synchronization process can lead to transactions being duplicated in your QuickBooks account. Finally, sometimes it's simply a matter of forgetfulness. You might have started entering a transaction, gotten interrupted, and then started over, forgetting that you already began the process. Now that we understand the why, let's get to the crucial part: how to actually find these duplicates. QuickBooks offers a few built-in tools and strategies to help you in your detective work. One of the most effective methods is to carefully review your bank and credit card reconciliations. During the reconciliation process, you're comparing your QuickBooks records to your bank statements. Discrepancies often highlight potential issues, including duplicate entries. If you see the same transaction appearing twice in your QuickBooks but only once on your bank statement, or vice versa, that's a strong indicator of a duplicate. Pay close attention to dates and amounts during reconciliation. Another powerful tool at your disposal is running specific reports. The transaction list by date report, for example, can be sorted by date and amount, making it easier to visually scan for identical entries occurring around the same time. Similarly, the check detail report or expense by vendor summary report can help you spot recurring transactions that might have been entered more than once. Customize the date range of these reports to focus on specific periods you suspect might have issues. Be particularly vigilant when dealing with recurring transactions. If you have set up recurring sales receipts or expense entries, double-check that they haven't inadvertently been created multiple times. Review your recurring transaction list regularly to ensure everything is set up correctly and there are no accidental duplicates. Beyond these built-in features, a keen eye and a systematic approach are your best allies. Develop a habit of double-checking key information, such as dates, amounts, vendor or customer names, and reference numbers, before saving any transaction. This proactive approach can save you a lot of time and trouble down the line. Okay, you've diligently searched, you've run your reports, and you've identified those pesky duplicate transactions. Now, what do you do with them? It's crucial to handle them correctly to maintain the integrity of your financial data. The primary action you'll take is to delete one of the duplicate entries. However, before you hit that delete button, take a moment to verify that it is indeed a true duplicate. Compare all the details: date, amount, payee/payer, account, memo, and any attachments. Ensure they are identical. Deleting the wrong transaction can create further inaccuracies. Once you're certain you've identified a genuine duplicate, you can proceed with deleting it. In QuickBooks Online, you can usually find the More or Edit option next to the transaction, and within that menu, you'll find the Delete option. In QuickBooks Desktop, you'll typically right-click on the transaction and select Delete. After deleting the duplicate, it's a good practice to review the remaining transaction to ensure it's coded correctly and has all the necessary information. In some rare cases, instead of a direct duplicate, you might find very similar transactions that are actually separate but related. For example, you might have two slightly different entries for the same vendor invoice. In such situations, deleting one isn't the correct approach. Instead, you'll need to carefully examine both transactions and potentially edit one or both to accurately reflect the underlying financial activity. This might involve combining them or adjusting the amounts or details. It's also worth mentioning the audit log in QuickBooks. This feature tracks changes made to your company file, including deletions. If you're unsure who deleted a transaction or when, the audit log can provide valuable insights. This is particularly helpful in multi-user environments. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.